Hello, ladies. Pastor Frank E. Leggett III here. I was on a few minutes ago and I was having some issues. So I had to do this all over again. So here we are. Today is day 2 of my 90-day challenge to post something every single day that is designed to be a blessing to single women the world over. And as I mentioned on yesterday, every day of the week is going to have a different theme. Today's theme is Wisdom Wednesday. So here's what I want to share with you today. I'm suggesting that all single women write a non negotiables list as it relates to the what you're looking for in a guy that you would like to date and or spend time with and or get married to. Permit me to elaborate and explain. In my ministry to single women, and especially in the free webinar that I do for single women every Thursday at 6 p.m., Facebook and YouTube, I teach a technique entitled the Real Man Technique. It has been a godsend for scores of women who have come through and had me teach this to them, and their lives changed because they are able to distinguish Mr. Right from Mr. Wrong by walking them through a 4-step process. Okay? Every woman needs to have this in your arsenal. Every woman needs to have this in your back pocket. Hopefully, prior to meeting a guy, but it's beneficial if you're already in a relationship when you learn this information. All right? Um, In that technique, I ask the ladies to identify the characteristics or the values that they would like to see in their Mr. Right. And ladies, these are not optional. You must know what they are before you ever walk down the aisle and say, I do to a man. Now, here's a fact of life. I've been coaching women for 20 years now. And for 2 decades, I've discovered that the overwhelming majority of the women that have come through my program have never clearly identified what they are looking for in a man. 99.9% of women don't have a clear idea. Ladies, you cannot make that mistake. You must know what you like. You must know what you are attracted to. And you must know what turns you on in a man and what turns you off. You must know that before you walk down the aisle or get too seriously involved with any man, let alone be married to him. You must know that stuff when you meet him. And without that, you exponentially increase the possibility that you could date or marry a man you have no business being with, let alone marrying. And you cannot afford to make that mistake. So you must do your homework first, starting right now. So here's the assignment. I want you to write down and identify your top 5 values or characteristics in your Mr. Right. Now, do not include physical characteristics like height, weight, body type, facial features, any of that stuff. That's another assignment for another day. What I want you to do is I want you to focus on the values you are looking for in a potential mate. I want you to focus on the characteristics of that ideal mate. And just know that values and characteristics I'm using interchangeably. For me, in this context, they mean the same thing. So now, for example, here's what you could have on your list. You need to ask yourself several questions to identify what those values and characteristics are. For example, does he open doors? Is he a family man? If he has children, what's his relationship with his children? What's his relationship with his mother, if she's alive, and his siblings, particularly his female siblings? Does he love children? And more importantly, if you have children and you're entering in a relationship and you are contemplating marriage with this guy, can he love and embrace your children? These are all important values and characteristics that you must know. Your top five. Continuing, is he a provider? Is he a protector? Does he make you safe when you're with him? Is he spiritual? Does he have the capabilities or the desire to be the priest and the spiritual leader of your home? Keep this in mind. This list should be non-negotiable. Here's what that means. If he doesn't have one of your values or characteristics, and it means you can't enter that relationship with him. There's no dating. There's no going out. There's no going out to a restaurant, right? He can't get your phone number. Whole 9 yards. It's non-negotiable, especially if he's not willing to improve in that area. Once you have the dialogue with him, that's something you absolutely must have in any man that you date. Now, if he's willing to make improvement, you may want to give him some latitude. This is what I also teach in that technique, okay? But if he's not willing to, cut bait. All right? Also, if he's doing something that you do not want a man to do, that's another one of your values. Does he smoke? Does he drink? Does he do drugs? Right? Those kinds of, all of these are your values. If he's doing any of them and has no intention of surrendering them and giving them up, you might as well not go into that relationship or cut ties once you learn that he has no intention of making improvements in those areas. Okay? And these are the values and characteristics that you must identify, hopefully, before you start dating a guy. All right? But they will also benefit you if you're already in one. So just go ahead, all right? Make out your list, your top 5 things. Of course, you may have many more than that, but I want you to put a list together of your top 5 things, all right, that you've come up with. And if you like, I am inviting you to do this. Email them to me. I'll be more than happy to have dialogue with you. Okay? Email them to me. And I'll discuss it with you. I'll go over, give you some feedback, whatever. If you're having difficulty coming up with them, email me. I'll be more than happy to help you in this area. It's what I do. All right? And finally, if you are interested in joining us on Thursday, it's a free webinar when I go over and I teach this entire technique. It has 4 parts to it. And you want to know without a shadow of a doubt that the man that you are entering into a relationship with, that a man that you're spending intimate time with is the man that God has destined you to be with, then you need to be in this webinar. It's free every Thursday, 6 p.m. If you like to register for that, here's the email. Here's the website to go and register. Go register. We meet tomorrow at 6 p.m. And I'd love to have you. I'd love to have you come and join us. Okay? So, or if you like to DM me some of your values and characteristics, however you choose to do it, I'm here to help however I can. I'm on your team. My goal, I have pledged that I will help as many women to be able to attract, draw, and then by the grace of God, married the greatest guys ever and live happily ever after. I've made that pledge to God. So I'm here to help. All right. So I will conclude here. And look, until tomorrow, when I come on with my next presentation, be blessed. I'll see you then.